I don't know. You're
Yeah,
a little too excited about it.
back in it again.
I don't know how to feel about
Yeah,
this.
I got a special topic for my man.
So now it's a surprise topic.
Yeah, it should be no surprise for him. Because he know a little bit about this area. So, Nico, I gotta ask you about professionalism. Okay, a certain type of professionalism, right?
All right.
So, you have out here in the world professional women that we consider escorts, right?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Wait, let me stop you right there. I like the topic so far. Go ahead.
Okay. Right. What we know a lot of professional women who are escorts or what they call them.
The professional lovers.
All right. But or professional company, professional female company, right?
All right.
Right. For whatever the determined fee is, they will provide a certain level of company and entertainment to and service to their clientele, right?
All right. Just like any service business.
Right. And
They just do something else.
in this type of industry should not be discouraged, especially between two consenting adults for a
100%.
right?
100%.
Now, usually what we understand is that a lot of women who do operate in this field can be very well paid, right? And they're very professional. They can pick their clientele, and they're often
I'm cool with it as long as the girls can pick their clientele.
yeah, pick their clientele. Yeah,
as long as they can pick their clientele, as long as there's no pimping, and as long as their safety can be guaranteed,
mutual,
just like at any other workplace.
Right, mutual agreement, mutual understanding, respect for everyone's boundaries. Right now, for the women that operate in this institution, they are often very professional. They protect themselves and they protect their interests. They're courteous, respectful of their clients.
Very courteous.
They cater to their clients. They will travel with their clients. They will meet their clients. They will
They will be a girlfriend.
They schedule their clients and guess what? Their clientele often, if not is required, is aware of that profession and that woman has other clientele, depending on how far they take their relationship, correct? Their working relationship.
Yeah, right? Although this is obvious, I don't know where we're going.
All right, that's we got to understand, right?
Uh-huh.
We also have another understanding in our basic society of there's a movement of, say, women that are not in this profession who still vie in the sexual marketplace or the dating marketplace, who
don't go all the way. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, forget the gratification part, the intercourse part. They are not very feminine, not very professional.
All right.
They're not accommodating. They are not they're not very flexible when it comes to a man's schedule. They do not believe
this doesn't sound like a very attractive situation for me to be in.
They do not believe they have to cater to the other individual that they
is the other individual a paying client?
Not a paying client.
Oh, okay.
Not in that direct transactional aspect, but that individual still is courting, dating, paying for this, paying for that. The typical stuff, right? Now, this woman still can entertain many individuals at her liking, but she doesn't feel like any individuals that she's entertaining or engaging, she doesn't believe in reciprocation, respect, cordiality. She believes it is a privilege for these individuals to vie for her attention. Okay, so we got two separate type of women. One woman is very professional, very feminine, very catering, very
all
flexible
power to them.
In this transaction, and she compliments the client that she's with, and there's a direct transaction. The other is not complimenting, often not agreeable, often not professional, often not catering to these individuals.
Her customer service skills have room for improvement.
And it's not even like a customer she's serving. It's a person that's vying for.
Are we talking about the dating world? Normal dating world.
Normal dating world, vying for her attention, aka business. And there are some transactions, but there might not be reciprocation, right?
Okay, all right.
this is where I have having this conversation with another friend of mine in regards to why do we shame individuals who work in the profession, I guess in the sex industry or as escorts, and why do we shame men who seek out these services?
Because it's overall associated as a shameful thing. Just the whole industry in general, like whether you're the man participating in it
Okay.
or you're the woman participating in it, just anything that has to do with it.
Okay.
It's just bad.
Now,
like even if you're the what do you call it? The people who clean the toilets and sweep them up. Like even if you're one of those, yeah, even if you're a housekeeper for one of these places, it's still like, oh, you work there, what? Even though you're not doing anything, it still looks bad. So anything that's associated with the stigma,
okay,
you're shamed. Yeah.
So this is what I find strange, right? One arrangement is fully respectable. There's mutual understanding. It can be very high dollar, but all parties involved have a certain level of respect for each other. They have certain boundaries. It has an aspect that's transactional, but it has a level of professionalism. There is a
It's a beautiful thing.
There's a complimentary aspect to it, and it doesn't have to be forced. And it's sought after. There's a service provided, and it can be as simple as conversation, going out, or going all the way. The other is also somewhat to a certain degree transactional, but it has at this point embraced this idea of leveraging, getting over, utter disrespect, basically still entertaining a lot of individuals, but one, on the professional side, you're aware of potentially there are other clientele. So you cannot be prioritized as a number one, depending on what you pay for. The others, you might not even know there are other clientele. So you have to vie, and you're not entitled to, at least on the professional side, there is paid reciprocation. There's a full transaction. On the other side, the disrespectful side, or the one that might not be so beneficial or so professional, there's a certain instance that there is no such thing as entitlement to reciprocation. So I'm looking at it like this, a couple things. I think we shame men because men are supposed to be able to court successfully. You're supposed to acquire certain things to court a woman, because having many women is discouraged, but you're supposed to court a valuable woman, which will unfortunately disqualify a lot of other women. And when we look at women, I think women are have a stigma against them because of being able to be accessed in such a way, they're frowned upon because they have easy access. You can pay for access, whereas you're not vying and courting and fighting for access. But you know what I think women frown upon these professions because most of the women that you have to, in a dating pool that you have to fight for, can't compete with the high level professional escort woman because they come in their feminine, they come beautiful, they come comparable, they come catering, but they come at a high price, and they also come with the fact that they come as a business model. You're not locking that down. You're not taking single ownership of that type of woman because she's her own business.
I feel like in some ways that's even better because I have a friend who he's about, I think he's 52.
Okay.
He's very well off. He's not like rich, but he's pretty well off, like in the 300K range.
Okay.
If not a little more. So he always tells us very clearly, because I think he's the one who makes the most money. He tells us, hey, like when we talk about this and like paying for sex, he goes, hey, it's not because he does it. He goes, hey, you guys can look at it a certain way, and I understand because that's a culture thing, but you pay for it somehow.
Yeah.
You always pay for it.
You always pay
for it. Maybe you're going and paying a fee, you do your thing and she leaves. Or you're getting a house, putting her under it. You can give her housing, you can pay for food, you can help her raise kids together, you can have a life together, which you gotta pay for trips, you gotta pay for, I don't know, groceries, you gotta pay for dinners. You're still paying for it. At the end of the day, it ends up even being cheaper. Sometimes, depending on the level you spend, which his is pretty high, it can even end up being pretty cheap. And it keeps things exciting. So I feel like this is where the stupid like cultural stigma comes from. Like a lot of girls, they can be complicated all they want, whatever. say they have sex with a guy. They're talking, they have a relationship, they go out, they get some monetary aspect of it, but not directly, obviously. And these girls, they make more money. Sometimes, well, nobody even has to know that they do it a lot of the times if they're pretty discreet about it.
They're dealing with their customers.
And hey, if you're at the end of the day, if you're choosing the clients, you're giving it away for free. I'm making bank. I don't even have a job. Who's the dumb one?
Okay.
Who's winning a life?
I look at it. I look at to
They're both doing the same thing.
Basically doing the same thing. It's just how they go about it. And my thing for the professional escort, she's deciding who her clients are. She's getting to know them. If it's no good for her, she gets to decide who she grants access.
She'll deny it.
And that guy basically knows what he's getting, and it's a full transaction. You can maintain respect because everybody know why there's there. No one's trying to get over on the other. I'm trying to finesse you out of some box. I'm trying to finesse you out of some bucks. There is none of that playing the dating market to see who you can get over or how many people you can get over. And you know what I think is the funny thing about it is we talk about the body count, right? A man who chooses to go with an escort, he is already formulated in his mind that her body count is no longer a relative factor because he knows that is specifically the relationship they're going to have. He's not looking, hopefully not looking at her as a wife prospect unless he deals with her more and realize for what she professionally provides me. Cause I know plenty of escorts must get my marriage proposal all the time. She compliments me. She's professional with me. She literally she provides to me a good image because she keeps herself up well. She's professional. She's probably world traveled. Well, she's probably the upper echelon of the female image. And she probably could be into them kinks and stuff that satisfy that type of individual.
And even it's not just about the sexual part of it. A lot of times, it's just a full package. Like even if it's just the sex interaction, you pay for 2 hours, then she goes home. It's like you're not alone. You feel wanted by a beautiful woman. You feel important. You feel happy.
Yeah, and think about it. A lot of people have escorts to go out to functions. And,
that's true too.
Imagine she's a beautiful woman. She's well spoken. And other members might know that she's a woman that knows she's about town like that. It might not even be about sex. It might just be about image. And they know that she's not curtailed. If they want to talk about feminists and sexual liberation, the female escort is probably the epitome of that. A woman in her full femininity that can coincide and rock and compliment men because she holds her own in that space. She's not disrespectful to them. She compliments them well. She can hold her own with them, making her
that's a full conservative
and
image of a woman and the man being the provider.
And she might not have to shortcut to say like OnlyFans or whatever. She doesn't belittle men because men are her business base. So she compliments them very well, and she's professional, respectful at all times. Whereas the opposite side of that is basically men don't deserve anything, and they should be coming after me, and all these weird double standards. It's funny
with contradictions
and double standards, and it's a crazy thing. The dating market is the most deplorable dynamic of what it seems that beyond the body count and maybe selling sex, which shouldn't be stigmatized. The type of woman that is a professional escort is one professional, respectful, complimentary, and all that. Some of the best attributes, and I think sometimes these best attributes is I would argue to say that female escorts get more marriage proposals than the average chick out here in the world.
No, you think so?
I think so.
No,
I think so. I'm almost ready.
Really?
I think so because I would just say this in general, right?
Really?
I think so. A woman, an escort, let's say in that profession, she doesn't.
Oh wait, if you think about it, like say the regular girl, you get not married but proposed to.
I don't know about marriage.
2-3 times in your life. What about an escort who could be with 20 men in a month?
Yeah, but think about it.
Oh, I didn't think about it that way. That's true.
A woman that compliments a man to that degree on a professional level, she's getting paid. Think about the escort that's getting paid 10 stacks, right? Who travels the world. She doesn't want to be locked down and married because she's living her life and she has ultimate autonomy. But the men that she's dealing with, she's not disrespecting them. She's complimenting them. She did. She
They see it as the end of the day. I know I'm giving her money, but she's giving me everything I need.
Yeah, I know there's a man out there, men out there that's like, look, the way this woman treats me she would make the perfect wife. I have everything else. Whereas imagine if you deal with someone in the dating world running the mill, they feel entitled to what you have. The escort doesn't feel entitled. It's a transaction. I entertain you, you entertain me. The average person out here is basically feeling like, and this goes for both in the dating world. The rich man feels like I'm entitled to you. The woman that's on the receiving end of the high value man, well, I'm entitled because I'm this, I'm a 10. There's always, it's already tainted on that end. Well, I know she's dealing with a whole bunch of men because they're paying for her time.
Just like he is.
The woman out here, I have a whole bunch of men on my roster because they are entitled because they want to get something from me. Where do you fit in? I got to fight with these other men. No, professional men are not fighting for the escort's time. They're on a schedule. I get the time. I get the time. I'm willing to throw down extra money. I'm not willing to lose a client because you want to pay me a little bit more. It depends. It's just like any other business transaction.
And this whole industry, to close out, this whole industry is the maximum expression of what our culture even is in the first place. Like they're just going all out. Does that make sense? Like, for example, when you go to the club, so it's not a strip club, it's not a nothing, it's just a regular nightclub. Well, make it a bar.
Make it a bar.
Girls going pretty. The guys want to talk to them and pay for drinks. So they pay for everything and they give them attention back. Now, as a man, I don't want to say show off, but yeah, you can show off that you have the prettiest girl at the bar talking to you, giving you a time. When you go to the club, you have the hottest girl at the club grinding on you. When you do the escort thing, and so on and so forth. So it's all the same thing. It's just that because with the cultural stigma, you look at it differently, you frown upon it. But at the end of the day, it's the same exact formula. You just change the numbers up a little bit, but it's the exact same concept. The concept behind it, the mindset is the same. Like this one is being smarter, or she doesn't care about herself or her own body. She's giving up sex for money. You're giving up your own attention, your own time for some drinks at the bar, for some pictures on Instagram. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're the man. You got to provide.
Yeah.
So
you know what I think in whatever arrangement, whether you pay for it directly or you pay for it indirectly, which I guess is direct. I guess everybody wants to get respectful reciprocation. You're looking at me like somebody did. Somebody did.
I got my rent's going up 120. So I'm going from 800 to 920. I was expecting 1,000. It's a good move.
At least you know. You need some stomach ground on.
No, I need to do number 3. But yeah, anyway, so I mean, it's the same. It's the same concept, man. So
that's how I know we brothers. Put that in the bag. That's what I'm doing.
I've been holding it, but I don't want to stop it. Like I feel like we're on a roll. I feel like I'm distracted from feeling sick. I'm distracted about being sick, so I don't want to stop till we're done.
Okay.
This is the 3rd one. We got one more.
Hey, you want to make it?
After this one, I'll go. But I take one.
I don't know.
It's 15 minutes.
I don't look. We're good.
Okay. Anyways, I'm not saying I've done it or I haven't done it.
I'm thankful today. I'm truly thankful today. I'm glad you.
And look, just to close out, I'm not saying I've done it or I haven't done it. I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, if I have done it. I'm just gonna speak like I did do it.
We're just about escorts, right?
Yeah. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, I haven't done it, but I'm just gonna talk as if I did. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So
hypothetically,
there's many reasons why you would do that. Sometimes you're just kind of in the situation, and it just happens, and it's like, hey, I mean, I do have the extra money. I physically love this girl. I mean, let's just kind of do it for fun. Of course, being single. And that's not a joke, like for real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I was somebody. And no, that's for sure. I would not do it if I had somebody. Just did it for fun. Just literally for fun. Was drunk. I was in the moment. I didn't plan the night out like that. I actually had a very stressful day. So I had some issues with my with my COVID test being, coming up positive or something like that. And I was with a friend actually talking about Bitcoin and all that. He was like, "Yo, you wanna?"
It's getting a little detailed.
No, this is all. I'm just making it up as I go.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it was fun.
Hypothetically.
This is all hypothetically. So did I do it because I couldn't get somebody? No, but it kind of happened. I was single. You kind of only live once. I wouldn't regularly do it, but
It get expensive, but okay.
no, because I was in Colombia.
Hypothetically, if you were in Colombia,
If I were in Colombia and that happened,
something could have happened in that way.
exactly. So I mean,
Right,
you go with dollars.
Right,
So I mean, if you go here, if you think about it,
Look,
now
again,
we're getting on
again,
topic.
straight off the path.
All
All
right.
right, like, share, subscribe,
And don't go to strip clubs in the US because
don't come.
it's a waste of money. It really is. Why are you gonna spend $200 for not much? That's not even guaranteed when you just go somewhere else, pay half the price, get the hottest girl, and then go all out.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Y'all have a good one.